Hello everyone, Exploitative Bethelite here. And the most foreign thing to a Jehovah's Witness, the one thing they really don't get, the most foreign thing to them imaginable is common sense. The most foreign thing to a Jehovah's Witness is common sense. The Bible that they claim to know so much about says not to judge lest ye be judged. You can't be pointing the finger at everybody else without expecting fingers to get pointed at you. So if you're going to be pointing a finger at everybody else, you better have your shit together. Even at the hall back in the day, you weren't really supposed to be on the platform talking about pioneering if you ain't never pioneered. Jehovah's Witnesses used to call it freedom of speech. Like most people think of freedom of speech as in America, we have freedom of speech. You should be able to talk about what you want without being thrown in jail because you done said something about the president or something like that. No, we're not talking about what most people think of when they think about freedom of speech. We're talking about Jehovah's Witnesses. And by the term freedom of speech, usually they were talking about you got to be walking the walk before you could talk the talk. You can't get up on the stage and talk about how everybody else needs to make room for pioneering, and you got 1 hour on your time slip. 1 hour. The same concept is true of constant complaining, constant judging. Jehovah's Witnesses are always judging everybody else, but they don't want any of that criticism pointed towards them. That is the most not common sense thing in the world. Even criminals have enough common sense to have this rule, and everybody don't have this rule, but it's well known enough to where enough criminals have it to where if you involved in the life of crime, you done stoop this low to get involved, you out robbing people's houses, you ain't supposed to call the police when somebody robs your house. Now, I've heard this so many times from people who do interviews and they're involved with street this and street that. Because of the rap industry, a lot of that stuff is surfaced. A lot of that stuff is talked about openly more so now. So one thing that is a common pattern amongst criminals, you probably won't get too many of them to do an interview and not agree. They all darn near agree that if you involved with crime, you can't be pointing the finger at other people. You can't call the cops because you involved with the crime. You ain't supposed to talk about anything because you ain't got no business talking. You involved with this stuff. Jehovah's Witnesses are the main ones involved with misrepresenting Jehovah God. Whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe his name is Jehovah or not, they're the main ones misrepresenting Jehovah. They're the main ones out teaching something false for 100 some odd years and then think they're going to just change it once it becomes embarrassingly false and think everything is going to be okay. But they don't want anybody to judge them. They want to call people apostates for judging Jehovah's Witnesses, essentially, for how they represent Jehovah. Don't call yourself no damn Jehovah's Witness then. If you don't want nobody else to point out, well, you're not really representing him very well, then don't call yourself a Jehovah's Witness. Change the name. Common damn sense. Common damn sense. You cannot call yourself a Jehovah's Witness. Call yourself governing body. Call yourself by all these titles. And then when somebody looks and says, okay, well, let's see how you represent Jehovah. Let's see what type of witness you're bearing for Jehovah. Oh, you want to cry and just snot coming out your nose and tears rolling down and you're crying and you're boo-hooing because now everything ain't going your way because y'all been messing up, screwing up the doctrine for years. To this day, they still trying to figure it out. They ain't never had a religion. Jehovah's Witnesses never really had a religion. It's just been a constant, changing, ever fluctuating what they done made up today. What they done came up with today. They never really had a set religion. It's just, it's beyond me that it's in the Bible not to judge lest ye be judged. I know, most people know that, let's say I'm the type of person that don't pay bills and electric, you walk in the house and the damn electric is out. Food in the refrigerator spoiling because you ain't paid you just don't pay your bills and you don't keep up with that sort of thing. Well, then you are the last person that need to damn talk. If somebody else don't pay something for some reason, maybe they got a good reason. I was talking about this to a friend last night. You can't be the person. I've experienced it. You can't be the person that don't pay no bills, can't keep up with stuff, electric getting shut off, going to house, dark as hell. You can't see nothing, stumbling over everything, open the fridge, milk spoiled because you ain't pay no electric, you ain't pay your bills. But then be going around complaining to everybody else that somebody ain't pay you something. But you the main one involved with that. You don't have room to talk. That's the issue with Jehovah's Witnesses. And that's why the people doing the videos, like one of the ones you're watching right now on YouTube, these are the good guys. These are the good guys. These are the people pointing out that Jehovah's Witnesses are out judging everybody else. Shunning. Jehovah's Witnesses are out shunning. Literally, you think you in a position to be so damn self-righteous you won't talk to your own relatives? But you the main one misrepresenting Jehovah, going around knocking on everybody's door, waking everybody up. You done woke up everybody to teach them something that's false. You done woke up every damn body to teach them something that's false. You about to get judged. You banging on people's doors. Woke them the hell up. teaching them shit, come to find out all that shit's false, and you don't think ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it? You loud as hell when you try to wake people up, banging on their damn door, kicking their damn door down. Back in the day, people used to try to close the door. Back in the day, when I was coming up, JW, people used to try to close the door, and a common tactic was to stick your foot in the door to slow them down from being able to close the door. You want to be all up in everybody else's face, standing next to carts all up in the park. People can't go to the park without your ass standing next to carts. But you want to be invisible. You want to be just transparent, like people can't even see you. You want to just hide. When you've been teaching falsehoods and misrepresenting God for over 100 years. Talk about the Catholic Church. You want to talk about the Catholic Church. You want to talk about the Baptists. You want to talk about all kinds of stuff. These people over here about to play soccer, and it looks weird with me holding my camera up. So let me walk over here. Let me walk over here and talk about this. See, that's common sense. That's common damn sense. People over here about to play some soccer, and it's girls. They about to play some soccer. A bunch of girls are playing soccer. I have enough common damn sense to know I'm holding a camera towards the damn soccer field where a bunch of girls is about to play soccer. It's gonna look like some dude is just recording these girls playing soccer. Is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna open me up to criticism. I got enough common damn sense to get out the goddamn car and walk away from the soccer field. It's because it's blatant. It looks blatant. Jehovah's Witnesses don't have enough common sense to be out telling everybody that they represent God. Literally out telling everybody that they represent God, saying his name is Jehovah and we're his witnesses. We bear witnesses. Well, you about to direct a hell of a lot of attention to yourself. You shouldn't be complaining when that attention comes to you. And the only reason they're complaining is based off of their own damn actions. It's their own fault. You're the ones getting the stuff wrong. Who else's fault is it? It's the people on YouTube who did a video. It's their fault that you get your teachings wrong after you done banged on everybody's door, kicking the door down, talking about you, Jehovah's Witness. I'm a witness for Jehovah. Everybody look at me. I'm banging on everybody's door, kicking the door down, writing letters and sending it to everybody's damn house. I'm going to send it to everybody's house. But I don't want nobody to look my direction when I done made all this damn noise, knocking on everybody's damn door. And then I've been teaching this stuff is false. It's insane. It's like a person can be wearing Jordans, but it don't mean they can play basketball. The shoes you have on say Jordan, and it has a picture of a guy holding a basketball with his legs all up in the air and whatnot. But that don't mean you can play basketball worth a damn, even though you got the name Jordan on your damn feet, your shoes. That's the name brand you buy. That does not mean you can play basketball. A person can claim the name Jehovah all day and night, but that don't mean they know a single damn thing about the Bible other than what they monkey back to people at the door because that's what they're told to say. Try to find me a place to sit down. Since I got enough common sense not to hold up a camera right where a whole bunch of people about to, I don't know, might be their kids playing soccer. I got enough common sense to know, and I got a right to do it. I could sit in my car, hold my camera up, and do my video. But I got enough common sense to know that, hey, it might look bad. It might look bad if you go banging on everybody's goddamn door for 100 years. I got to get back in the car because it's probably too loud. Probably can't hear a thing I'm saying. You got to have enough common sense. You can't bang on people's doors for 100 years and think ain't nobody gonna say nothing when your teachings are all false. They all wrong. But Jehovah's Witnesses, the main ones complaining, the main ones judgmental, being judgmental. I'll just move my vehicle over here. They're the main ones being judgmental. I got sister I haven't talked to in the longest time, and the main reason, from my understanding, is because I brought up something about Jehovah's Witnesses. But I'm like, but you the one waving the flag around talking about you a witness for Jehovah, so let's look at your witness then. You can't be a witness in a case, get up in the courtroom and mad at everybody else because everything you said in court was a damn lie. Does that make any sense? That's the lack of all logic. Let's move the car. It's too loud. It's too loud to just be out in the wind and whatnot, but I'm not gonna just hold the camera right in front of the soccer field. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know is why Jehovah's Witnesses, why is common sense so damn foreign to them? Back in the day, you had people pioneering for like 90 hours, things like that. They would be going to people's doors talking about how bad things were. Oh man, the world is so bad. It's so horrible. Wouldn't it be better if this, and wouldn't it be better if that? Back in the day, a lot of these people that were pioneering, getting 90 hours, they wasn't working. Now, I can't say that that's the fact for all of them, but a lot of them wasn't working. A lot of them ain't got no damn job. You knocking on people's doors that got jobs. They got to get up, got to go to work, got to deal with their co-workers, got to deal with the company, got to deal with the stresses and pressures of having quotas and having to deal with rude people and having to work certain hours. They might not even be able to pick their shift. You know what I mean? They got all, and here you are, you ain't got no damn job, knocking on people's doors, complaining about stuff. No, the system wasn't that bad. The system wasn't that bad because you ain't got to work. You got all damn day to be volunteering, to be driving around knocking on everybody's doors, talking about how bad the system is. Things are getting from bad to worse. Even back in the day, I didn't fully understand that because I grew up in a house where we had a nice house. We lived in a nice, somewhat nice neighborhood. You can, some of you guys know my older sister. You can ask her and vouch. We lived in a nice house. We lived in a nicer area of the neighborhood. We at some point, at certain points, we only needed one parent to work. The other parent didn't have to work. So you live in a nice house, nice neighborhood, and you can have all this with just one person working. But the system of things is so bad and so horrible that you bang on everybody's door with false teachings talking about the end of the world got to be close because everything's so bad. You done found something on the news that didn't happen to somebody else, and they go bang on everybody's door talking about how bad stuff is. Where is the common sense? Where is the common damn sense? It's just vacated the premises. Common sense has vacated the premises. When they did roll call with Jehovah's Witnesses, they call your name, you stand up and say here. They call Sam Hurd's name, he stands up and says here. They call Stephen Lett, he stands up and says present. They call Loesch, he stands up and says here, present. They call Common Sense, silence. Absent. Common sense, it's common sense here, absent. So everybody else is present, but common sense is absent. I moved the car. Them girls was over here doing soccer. I moved the car all the way over here, and then they jogged all the way over here. I can't win. They just gonna think that this guy's crazy and recording them, and I'm probably gonna have a cop knocking on the window in a little bit. But they I don't understand grown adults without even the slightest bit of common sense. Just like I said before, you know full well there's people wearing Jordans because they think it makes them look good. Jordan is a basketball player. That symbol represents a person playing basketball at a very high level. There's people wearing these shoes and it makes them look good, but they don't play basketball worth a damn. They don't know a damn thing about basketball. You give them a basketball, they don't know what to do with it. It's the same with Jehovah's Witnesses. That the name brand Jehovah, they think makes them look good. They want to wear the name brand Jehovah Witness. But when it comes to the Bible, they don't know a damn thing other than what they're told. The only thing they know is what's in the Watchtower, what they just read in the Watchtower, what they done repeated in the Watchtower. But they don't have enough damn sense to know the Bible says not to worry about the straw in somebody else's eye when you got a rafter in yours. Quit shunning people. You think you too good to talk to your relative when you involved with false teaching and they've been teaching false teaching for 100 damn years. Y'all the main ones misrepresenting God. You think It don't make no sense. All the complaining and, you know what I mean? All this system this and all this system that and all this happened here and all this happened there. You can't be the main one pointing finger at everything. But they want to pick up the cart with all their magazines on it and run off when somebody walks up and approaches them and says, okay, let's talk about what you guys going on. Let's talk about this witness y'all are bearing here. Oh, no, we don't want to talk about that. We got to take our cart and run off somewhere else. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your experience is. My experience with Jehovah's Witnesses is exactly that. They're people who like the name brand Jordan, but don't know a damn thing about basketball. They're people who like the name brand Jehovah, but don't know a damn thing about common sense, let alone the Bible. You got a whole bunch of people who are elders, but they all got baby mamas. They all been divorced. They all done did all kinds of stuff that they should not have done. So you mean to tell me this organization, this Jehovah Witness organization, has existed for 100 years, and to this date, they cannot find anybody to have the title elder other than people that been divorced a whole bunch of times, that done been involved with, been locked up, been involved with all kinds of different things, got all kind of baby mama drama. That's my experience. You want to talk, you want to be all holier than thou, you want to talk about you represent Jehovah, but you cannot find nobody in this whole damn organization that can represent Jehovah. You got people who, you know what I mean? Like people I know, involved with all kinds of stuff that a Christian should not be involved with, but they up on stage giving talks as Jehovah's Witnesses. Why? They don't have nobody else. This is a congregation filled with people that been involved with all kinds of different things. Been DF they damn self. They've been disfellowship their own damn self. But they the ones up on the platform. You got people, not just the elders, but you got people called governing body members. Been screwing up the doctrine for 100 years. This organization has existed for over 100 years. I don't know exactly. They've been around for a long time. And over the course of all that time, all the people that's been involved with this organization called Jehovah's Witness, this cult called Jehovah's Witness, y'all can't find nobody that can get the damn teachings right. Y'all can't find nobody in your entire existence to have the title elder that ain't been involved with all kinds of pornography and sleeping around on their wives and been divorced and done did everything. You can't find nobody to be an elder. And you can't find nobody to be a governing body member to represent your teachings. Nobody that ain't just screwing up all the damn time. Can't figure out a beard. You can wear them, you can't wear them. You can clean glasses, you can't clean glasses. You can toast, you can't toast. I mean, you know what I mean? But Jehovah's Witnesses are the main ones constantly complaining about stuff, but the main ones misrepresenting God. Comment down below. Let me know what your experience is. 937-789-4029. You can text that number. We'll discuss some personal experiences. But that's the truth. That's the truth. That is the honest truth. They have a religion built off of free labor. That is not evidence that they have Jehovah's favor. It's not evidence they have Jehovah's favor at all. I can build a religion if I have free labor and people donating me money. Jehovah's Witnesses, the governing body, has got free labor. This is what Bethel is. And I can challenge somebody. I should call Bethel and record it and ask them, give me a Bible example. Give me where in the Bible it says that the people taking the lead in the congregation should have people working for them for free and donating money. And this is how all this is being done. Bethel is a whole bunch of people working for free. And at all these conventions and at all these kingdom halls, they have people donating them money. So if somebody's giving me money and giving me labor for free, this is some miracle that I've built a religion. This is some amazing miracle that I've built a religion. This is proof that Jehovah is with me because I'm using free labor and people who have given me money, donated money to me. It makes no sense. Zero common sense. Grown adults with zero common sense. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Wallkill Bethelite signing out.